fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So now every natural number except one can be factorized as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique except for the order in which the prime factors are written. So if you take a composite number, if you do prime factorization for that number, means that must be unique. There is nothing apart from that. Okay, it is unique. The order may be changed. Okay, for a composite number n, we decompose it uniquely. Uniquely means only one, in the form n equal to p1 power q1 into p2 power q2 into p3 power q3 into p4 power q4 into and so on pn whole power qn. Here p1 p2 the bases are prime numbers, q1 q2 are natural numbers. Is it clear? So if you I will teach with example, you can understand better. Okay, example, I take 250. So for 250 I do prime factorization here. So that is 2 power 1 into 5 power 3. So you can write this as unique. You may write 5 power 3 into 2 power 1. That only they given. For the order it may differ, but it must be unique. The prime factorization of a composite number, it is always a unique. Okay, next move on to example 2.7. So in the given factor tree, find the numbers m and n. So here they given one factor tree. We are going to find the values of m and n. Okay, so start from the bottom. 5 2s are 10. So write 10 here. Then 5 10s are, so n value should be 50. Next 3 50s are 150. 2 into 150 will get 300. Is it clear? So the n value is 50 and m value is 300. So therefore the required numbers are m equal to 300, n equal to 50. Next move on to example 2.8. Can the number 6 power n being a natural number, n with the digit 5? Give reason for your answer. They ask 6 power n. If you take 6 power 1, you will get 6. 6 power 2, 36. Like that, they ask that you have to say the reason. So since 6 power n equal to, you can write 6 as 2 into 3. So you can split it and write, you will get 2 power n into 3 power n. So 2 is a factor of 6 power n now. So any number multiplied by 2, that number will become an even number, isn't it? So 6 power n is always an even number. So but any number whose last digit is 5, then it is considered as odd. So 6 power n cannot end with the digit 5. It ends with only the even number. Okay. So next example 2.9 is 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 plus 3 a composite number. Justify your answer. Yes, the given number is a composite number. So when will you say a given number is a composite number? When it is expressed as prime product of prime numbers, then we say that it is a composite number. So now we are going to check. 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 plus 3. Here 3 is common, you know. So I can take 3 into, write the remaining 7 into 5 into 2 plus 3, you take it out. Here you have 1. So 7 5s are 35. 35 into 2 will get 70. 70 plus 1 you will get 71. So the given number is expressed as product of two prime numbers, that is 3 and 71. Since the given number can be factorized in terms of two primes, that is 3 and 71. It is a composite number. That's all, my dear children. Example 2.10. A and B are two positive integers such that a power b into b power a equal to 800. We are going to find the value of a and b. So for 800 you have to do the prime factorization. If you do now, you will get 800 equal to 2 power 5 into 5 square. We are going to compare these two. A power b into b power a equal to 2 power 5 into 5 square. You can write, change the order and write also, you know. So you can write 5 square into 2 power 5 also. So compare these two. Here a, here you have 2. B B you have 5. So if you take these now, A value will be 5 and B value will be 2. That only I wrote here. A equal to 2, B equal to 5, or A equal to 5 and B equal to 2. You will get 2 values for A and 2 values for B. Okay. Next example 2, exercise 2.2. First one, for what values of natural number n, 4 power n can end with the digit 6. So we are going to say when 4 power n, for what values of n, that must be n with the digit 6. So 4 power n equal to, you can write 2 square whole power n for some natural number n. 2 is a factor of 4 power n, you know. So by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we know that factorization of 4 power n is unique. Therefore, only factor of 4 power n is 2 only. Okay. So but 4 power n, always n with 4 or 6. If you observe this here, 4 power 1 you will get 4, 4 square 16. If you find 4 cube, you will get the unit digit as 4, 4 power 4 you will get the unit digit as 6, isn't it? So if n is odd, then 4 power n end with 4. So for 1 is an odd number, you know. So if the power is an odd number, you will get 4. Okay, so if the power is an even number, you will get the 6 at the last digit, n with 6. So if n is odd, then 4 power n end with 4. If n is even, then 4 power n end with the digit 6. So for all even numbers, that 4 power n can end with the digit 6. So did you understand this? Next, move on to second one. If m and n are natural numbers, for what values of m does 2 power n into 5 power n ends in 5? So consider 2 power n into 5 power n. Since the product has 2 as a factor, here you have 2 as a factor, no. So any number multiplied with 2, it will become an even number, isn't it? So but if a number ends with the digit 5, then it will the number considered as an odd number. So if any number ends with the digit 5, it is considered as an odd number. So it is impossible for no value of m 2 power n into 5 power n ends in 5. Okay. So here you have to understand one thing. Any number multiplied by 2, you will get a even number only. They ask the last digit should be 5. If the last digit is 5, then it is considered as an odd number. So it is impossible for no value of m 2 power n into 5 power n ends in 5. Okay, move on to fifth one. If p1 power x1 into p2 power x2 into p3 power x3 into p4 power x4 equal to 1,13,400, where p1, p2, p3, p4 are primes in ascending order and x1, x2, x3, x4 are integers. Find the value of p1, p2, p3, p4 and x1, x2, x3, x4. So they given 1,13,400. We are going to do prime factorization. If you do prime factorization, you will get like this: 2 cube into 3 power 4 into 5 square into 7 power 1. They asked to write the prime numbers in the ascending order. Small number. So the bases should be in ascending order. So itself it is in ascending order, you know, 2, 3, 5, 7. So 2, 3, 5, 7 are in primes in ascending order. Comparing p1 power x1 into p2 power x2 into p3 power x3 into p4 power x4 equal to 2 cube into 3 power 4 into 5 square into 7 power 1. So p1 here you have 2, p2 3, p3 5, p4 7. So x1 3, x2 4, x3 2, x4 equal to 1. That only I wrote here. p1 2, p2 3, p3 5, p4 7, x1 3, x2 4, x3 2, x4 1. So that's all. So we find the values they ask. Okay, next, sixth one, find the LCM and HCF of 408 and 170 by applying the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So, fundamental theorem of arithmetic means every composite number can be represented as a product of prime numbers, isn't it? So, first you have to do prime factorization for the given two numbers. For 170 I got 2 into 5 into 17. For 408 I got 2 cube into 3 into 17. HCF means highest common factor. So you have to see only the common factor here. What is the common factor here? 2 cube now you will get 2. 17 and 17 are common, you know, so you have to write 17. 2 into 17 you will get 34. They ask LCM also. So LCM of 170 408 equal to LCM now. If the factor is same, you have to take the highest power. For 2 and 2 cube you have to take highest power. What is that? 2 cube, and write the remaining factors also. So 5 into 3 into 17. If you multiply this, you will get 2040. HCF of 170, 408 is 34. LCM of 170, 408 is 2040. Next move on to 7th one. Find the greatest number consisting of 6 digits which is exactly divisible by 24, 15, 36. If they ask exactly divisible by, so you have to find least common multiple of the given 3 numbers. So LCM of 24, 15, 36, I find here, I will get the LCM as 360. So LCM of 24, 15, 36 is 360. They ask greatest number consisting 6 digits. So what is the greatest 6 digit number? 9,99,999. So LCM of 24, 15, 36 equal to 360. You have to divide this number with 360. You will get the remainder as 279. Quotient as 2777. So on dividing 9,99,999 by 360, you will get the remainder as 279. So the greatest number in 6 digits divisible by 24, 15, 36 equal to, you have to subtract this remainder, then only you will get the remainder as 0, you know. So you have to subtract the remainder, minus 279, you will get 9,99,720. So the required number is 9,99,720. Next move on to 8th one. What is the smallest number that when divided by 3 numbers such as 35, 56 and 91 leaves the remainder 7 in each case? So they ask smallest number. First you have to find LCM. So LCM of 35, 56, 91, I find here 3640. So here you have to leave the remainder 7 means you have to add 7 for this number. Then only if you divide now you will get the remainder as 7. So the required number is equal to 3640 plus 7, you will get 3647. 3447 is the number when divided by 3 numbers, that is 35, 56 and 91, leaves the remainder 7. Okay. Next move on to 9th one. Find the least number that is divisible by first 10 natural numbers. So we are going to find LCM of first 10 natural numbers. So I done here. You have to do the LCM, the same procedure for natural numbers from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you do now, you will get 2520. The least number divisible by first 10 natural numbers is 2520.